Hey guys, and welcome back to Solvent GPT. Today we're going to be looking at the US markets. Today is the 27th of June, and we're going to be taking a look at what's happening on the markets today. Currently the time is 1:17 in the United Kingdom here in London, and the markets open at around 2:30 GMT time. So what we're going to do beforehand is we're going to take a look at some analysis. So we're going to see what the US markets are doing today. So give me an overview of the US markets. So we're just going to let that tick over and do some analysis here. And it'll pull up the US markets, or at least an overview for it. And it's an interactable heat map, as you can see, and everything is interactable right there. So what we want to focus on, since we're trading on the indexes right now, is we're going to look at the US 500. Give me the US 500 charts. We'll take a look at that really quickly, as we want to just get an understanding of what's happening today. So we can see it's just pulling up the US 500 chart here. We'll zoom out a bit to see what we can see here. And yesterday we took a very good trade. We got around 6,000 euros in profit, so that's not too bad. A good start. We'll see what we can do today, dependent on what we think. So let's ask, let's see, what is currently happening with the economic calendar? So it'll pull up the economic calendar based off of the US market specifically, because Solvent GPT essentially understands and remembers what you're saying and can make educated guesses based off of what you think. So currently the initial jobless claims are, that's coming out for that quarter one. Say what's happening today. So we've got to be a bit more specific. Sometimes it's better to be specific when asking your questions. You'll get better responses. As this is still a beta version, but we're improving it every single day. So today we've had about 55 updates regarding the overall UI design of it, as well as some backend links. So currently, on June 27th, which is today, fantastic, the final Q1 report for the GDP report. There's inflation data today, employment data, durable good orders, EIA dates. These events could be crucial indicators that may impact the US 500 index today. So now we can ask, when exactly are they happening today? So what you're doing here essentially is you're just getting a bit of insight on what's happening in the markets every single day. And you can do this every single day when you get onto Solvent GPT. So you can see it's given me the entire schedule today, what's happening and when exactly it's happening for US time. So UST time normally. So we have the initial jobless claims at 8:30, the GDP at 8:30 as well, durable goods, and this will affect this. So how do you think, so we can ask, so we can say, how do you think this will affect markets? So there we go. So we can ask that, just exactly like that, very simple. And it'll do your analysis for you. So it's very, very good to understand where these things are going specifically for any, for any indice or for any market that you're looking at. So in this case, it's giving me a bit more of an in-depth answer right here. So the recent reports revised an estimate of the US economy, blah, blah, blah. It could show a boost of market confidence, while weaker than expected growth could lead to market volatility. So it's showing me exactly how these specific things today are going to impact the market. So based off of this, we can give an understanding of where we think the market is going to go and a general consensus. But what I want to learn is where it's forecasted to go. So we're just going to ask what the short-term forecast for the US 500 is today, based off of all of this. So now that we've prepped it, it'll give an overall understanding. So based on the short-term forecast, indicates a potential upward trend. So based off of all this information that you've just given it and it's been pulled up, it's saying that we're going to have an overall upward trend. Now we can ask, if you'd like to be more specific, what are some specific levels to look out for? And it'll do some analysis for you. It'll do all the calculations automatically. You have to think that this model right now for Solvent GPT has 500 billion parameters, so it has a lot of data flowing around it. So you can ask it whatever you'd like, essentially. As long as it's within the financial realm, it'll be able to answer it relatively effectively. So you can say that support resistance level is around 4,300 points, and the resistance level is around 4,400. So currently we're sitting at 5471. However, it's dictated a positive output. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it here for now. We're going to look at the US markets. And when the markets open in a little under an hour, we're going to try take a trade with you and see how that turns out after a little bit more analysis on the US 500 and where we think it's going to go for the potential rest of the day. And we'll stay tuned for that, okay? Okay, so we've been letting the trade run based off of what Solvent GPT has said. It said it had a positive outlook, so let's see right here where our account is at. We're currently up about 6,000 euros. Based off of the information, 7,000, 8,000 euros. I think that's a good amount right there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take this trade right now. 9,000 euros. There we go. It's pretty good. See if we can hit for 10, and then we'll see if we can get out. Well, let's do 9,440 euros right there. So that's not a bad trade. Considering we just had a quick little trade here on Solvent GPT. So that's not too bad. We took the entry at around 5,477, and it's going up consistently. So just goes to show how well these types of systems like Solvent GPT can help you do some of the analysis beforehand, particularly when the markets are just opening. So great stuff. We'll see you tomorrow.